local, live, late breaking. This is KMAX Good Morning Lubbock in high definition.
Good morning, I'm Rachel Spangenthal.
And I'm Maggie Denizio. Yesterday we saw well above average temperatures across.
It was warm.
It was the low 80s, lots of sunshine.
New this morning, one person sent to the hospital after a hit and run in central Lubbock. It happened around 1 this morning at the 600 block of Avenue Q near Denny's. Police say a vehicle hit a pedestrian and fled the scene heading northbound on Avenue Q. That pedestrian was taken to UMC. Officials tell KMAC News they received serious injuries, but they're not life-threatening. Developing this morning out of South Lubbock, where firefighters are fighting a fire at Texas Land and Cattle Restaurant located off of Indiana and the Loop. It broke out around 5 o'clock in the front of the restaurant in the waiting area. When fire crews arrived on scene, they reported seeing flames and were dealing with smoke coming from the overhang of the restaurant. No word yet on the extent of the damage or if anyone was at the restaurant at the time, but we'll be sure to keep you updated as the story develops. New this morning, a car crashes into a home, sending the driver to the hospital. It happened around 3 this morning at the 300 block of Beach Avenue. Crews on scene reported the car was flipped upside down and inside the house. That driver was sent to UMC with minor injuries. No word yet on what caused the accident.
Continuing our coverage of a plane crash just east of the interstate. It left one man, the pilot, dead and caused part of KCBD Television's tower to fall. KMAX Anna Warnicki joins us live now from 56th and Avenue A with the very latest. Anna, what can you tell us?
Allison, there's still police on the scene. They've blocked off this entire road in different barricades, and all we know right now is I'll catch you up for what we know. We know that Lubbock first responders responded here.
America and up to New York, we want to go back to our Anna Warnicki this morning. She is live at the scene of a deadly plane crash involving a television tower. Happened just east of the interstate there. Anna, anything new to report to us?
Allison, no, I just want to catch you guys up. If you are just tuning in with us, that plane was traveling on its way from Carlsbad.
You have to love that guy right there. Well, it is another bad weather day, in case you didn't know, here in the Hub City. So you're going to want to be careful if you have to head into work this morning. Here to check on the road conditions for us, our Anna Warnicki once again. Anna, how's it looking out there?
Allison, that day that you just saw when I went golfing was a lot warmer. It was just last week than it is this morning. It is cold out here and the roads are icy. That's one thing that you need to keep in mind.
Shops in a Houston mall are forced to close their doors and customers are brought to safe zones. What set off the panic coming up? First, here's Maggie with a check on our forecast. Now, an organization is working to save shelter dogs by putting them to work. The kind of jobs Universal Canine are teaching these pups to do coming up. First, here's Maggie with a check on our forecast. Thanks, Brian. A child is found dirty and hungry and thirsty after spending the night in a dumpster. Now her mother is facing abandonment charges. What surveillance video reveals from that night coming up. First, here's Maggie with a check on our forecast.
Local, live, late breaking. This is KMAX Good Morning Lubbock in high definition.
Good morning, I'm Rachel Spangenthal.
And I'm Maggie Denizio. Yesterday was a little bit of a cool day out there with those temperatures only in the low 50s. We are looking at warmer temperatures this afternoon, a warming trend over the next few days. I know, something to look for.
Lubbock police are working to find the driver involved in a hit-and-run accident that left 50-year-old Reynaldo Rincon dead. Police have now released a photo of the car they say is responsible. KMAX Anna Warnicki has more. Anna, a thief is caught on camera using a tow truck to steal a pickup. It happened at Stephen Joseph, a wholesale company off 43rd and Ironton. A couple of weeks ago, an employee parked this work truck outside the building, locked it, and set the alarm. A few days later, the truck was gone. You can see on this company's security camera, it catches the thief stealing the truck by hooking it up to a tow truck.
We'd love to have the truck back, but we do have insurance. But what we'd really like to do is stop these people from stealing this stuff.
If you recognize the tow truck or have seen the stolen truck, call Crime Line at 741-1000. Lubbock ISD reaching out to the public for help in finding a suspect who stole from an elementary school. Do you recognize the man in this surveillance image? The district says the man stole cash, credit cards, and a driver's license from the school. If you have any information, call Crime Line at 741-1000. A family is suing a mobile home park near Shallowater more than 2 years after their loved ones were killed in a fire there. KMAX Victoria Price has more. Good morning, I'm Rachel Spangenthal.
And I'm Maggie Denizio. Beautiful weather this past weekend.
Which was great because there was so much to do this weekend.
Yeah, there was. There's a lot of outdoor activities you could have gone.
I know, Maggie and I did a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
The first thing we did was over at Mackenzie Park. Hundreds of folks were out for the annual color run. This is people that we passed going into the race, people already colorful leaving. The colorful 5K benefited the Lubbock Boys and Girls Club, and that was pretty impressive at the end.
Yeah, no, everyone would throw up the colors, and it was really fun, and it was beautiful weather, and I was really surprised at I was pleasantly surprised at the great turnout. There was a ton of people there, and if you've never done a color run before, you should try it next time they're in town. It wasn't that bad. We ran it, and we're not super athletic.
Well, we're kind of athletic,
kind
and
of
they weren't
athletic.
too messy. It was just colored
No.
cornstarch, which was easy to take off.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, the Bark at the Park. More than 200 dogs took part in a little Red Raider baseball. Here are some photos from KMAC viewers of their pets. There's Griffin, my Vishal over there in the left-hand corner. He was a happy boy all day.
And then Mabel in the middle, he's like very concentrated on the game. He's a
big
real
baseball fan.
baseball fan. And then Coco as well made it to the park to enjoy the game. But yeah, great turnout, and then beautiful, not perfect weather. You couldn't ask for better weather conditions for this weekend to head out and enjoy the Red Raider baseball
was
games.
great.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look outside this morning from our Covenant Medical Sky